I was skiing and two skis came between my skis, forcing my legs apart, and I would say I got very upset a couple seconds later.
Fasten your seatbelts, folks, because we're about to dive headfirst into the ice-cold drama of the Paltrow ski accident verdict. From jaw-dropping courtroom moments to icy showdowns on the slopes, this story has it all, and we're dishing out the juiciest details just for you. So if you're ready to hit the gas on this wild ride, buckle up and let's roll. Stay up to date on all the spicy celebrity news with Celebrity Pop. Like, subscribe, and turn on notifications now. Join the ride and let's dish on the latest scandals together. Trust us, you won't want to miss a second of this frosty fiasco. Ladies and gentlemen, put on your ski boots and grab your helmets because we have some juicy news fresh off the slopes. That's right, Hollywood superstar Gwyneth Paltrow has won her controversial ski crash trial and has been awarded a whopping $1 in damages. And oh boy, are we excited to dive into the details of this exhilarating case. The verdict was just announced, and let us tell you, it was a nail-biting moment for all of us who've been following this story. After all, who doesn't love a good courtroom drama, especially when it involves a glamorous actress and a retired doctor? Apparently, in February 2016, Paltrow was on a family ski vacation at Deer Valley Resort in Park City, Utah, with her husband Brad Falchuk, his two kids, and her own children, Apple and Moses. It was supposed to be a fun and relaxing getaway, but things quickly took a turn for the worse when Paltrow collided with Terry Sanderson, a retired doctor. According to Sanderson, Paltrow's skiing skills left him with a traumatic brain injury, broken ribs, and a loss of enjoyment of life. Ouch, but here's the kicker. He alleged that she simply got up, turned, and skied away, leaving him in the dust, or more accurately, the snow.
It was probably a few good seconds, and then we fell to the right. Somebody must have caught an edge.
But Paltrow had a different story to tell. She denied all allegations, claiming that she was skiing responsibly and that Sanderson was the one who caused the collision. In fact, she even countersued Sanderson, accusing him of skiing into her from behind and causing the accident. Talk about a he said, she said situation. And after 3 long years of legal battles, the jury finally ruled in her favor, deciding that she wasn't at fault for the accident. For 3 long years, the legal battle raged on, with both parties presenting their cases in court, witnesses were called, evidence was presented, and the drama was at an all-time high. But finally, on Thursday afternoon, the verdict was announced. We must say Paltrow deserves to be the happiest person right now, and she is. The jury ruled in Paltrow's favor, deciding that she was not at fault for the accident. Needless to say, the Hollywood A-lister was over the moon at the news, seen smiling from ear to ear after the verdict was announced. But poor old Terry didn't share her joy, shaking his head in defeat. Oh, the drama. As the jury announced they were on Paltrow's side, you could almost hear the Goop team cheering and doing their happy dance. It was a dramatic moment that had us all on the edge of our seats. But let's talk about the most exciting part of this whole ordeal, the damages. Drumroll please. Paltrow has been awarded a whopping $1. That's right, you heard it here folks, that whole $1. I mean, who needs $1 million payout when you can have a crisp greenback bill, am I right? It's almost comical when you think about it. After all that drama and all the legal wrangling, all that money spent on lawyers, Paltrow walks away with just a single greenback. But in a way, that's almost besides the point. The real victory for Paltrow was clearing her name and proving that she wasn't at fault for the accident. And who knows, maybe she'll use this experience as inspiration for her next big movie role. A ski instructor turned courtroom hero, perhaps. We already know that Paltrow emerged victorious, but let's discuss the damages in detail. It turns out that Sanderson was initially seeking a whopping $3 million in damages, which is no small change. However, his lawyers later reduced that figure to a more modest $300,000. Hey, even lawyers need to know when to lower their expectations. On the other hand, as we mentioned, Paltrow went for a more symbolic approach, countersuing for just $1 measly in damages, as well, of course, as her attorney's fees. It's almost like a game of legal chicken, who's gonna blink first. Some people might have been surprised by this move, but it's not uncommon for plaintiffs to go for a lowball figure in situations like this. After all, winning a case is often more about pride and principle than it is about money. But the real juicy bits come from Paltrow's own quotes during the trial. The Goop founder made headlines for all the wrong reasons. From her bizarre explanation of what the crash had cost her, to her deadpan apology for her language, she gave us plenty to talk about. In fact, some of her quotes were so out there that they became instant memes on social media. For example, when asked about what the crash had cost her, Paltrow famously responded, "Well, I lost half a day of skiing." Excuse us? That's it? What about the trauma of being sued for millions of dollars? She said this during her testimony on March 24th. It seems that even when you're a celebrity, time on the slopes is priceless. But the cherry on this frosty cake was Paltrow's deadpan apology for telling Sanderson he skied into her fucking back. Our ever-graceful goop guru said in front of the court, "I apologize for my bad language. That is not my custom." And just like that, she showed us that even A-listers can keep it real while still maintaining their poise under pressure. Of course, not everyone was a fan of Paltrow's testimony. Some people thought she came across as arrogant and dismissive, while others accused her of being out of touch with the realities of the world. Some people thought Paltrow came across as a little bit out of touch with the reality. But hey, she's a Hollywood star. What do you expect? Love her or hate her, there's no denying that she knows how to get people talking. Maybe she thought the crash would be a good excuse to promote some new Goop-branded concussion remedies. Alright folks, we need to talk about something that's just as important as the verdict in Paltrow's ski accident trial. Her courtroom fashion choices. That's right, viewers not only tuned in to see if she was going to win or lose, but to see what she was wearing while doing it. I mean, let's face it, we all expected Gwyneth Paltrow to be a winner in the fashion department, but she went above and beyond with her courtroom attire. It was as if she was at a red carpet event, not a legal battle. Paltrow didn't disappoint. She showed up to court in a variety of chic and sophisticated ensembles that would make any fashionista drool. Our Goop Queen wowed the internet with pieces from her very own G label and topped it off with designer goodies from Celine, Prada, and Proenza Schuler. Paltrow's style game was on point as a freshly sharpened ski, proving that even in the most challenging of situations, a true fashionista never misses a beat. And let's not forget about her shoes. Paltrow rocked a variety of stylish footwear, from sleek pumps to trendy ankle boots. Honestly, we would have watched this trial just for the fashion alone. But it wasn't just the clothing that had people talking, it was the accessories too. Paltrow paired her outfits with some seriously stunning jewelry, including earrings, necklaces, and bracelets that were fit for royalty. Now, some people might think that focusing on Paltrow's fashion choices takes away from the seriousness of the trial, but let's be real, it was a nice break from all the legal jargon. And it's not like Paltrow was just putting on a show, she genuinely looked confident and put together. And that kind of attitude can make all the difference in a courtroom. But what about the $1 countersuit? When asked if her countersuit for a symbolic dollar was inspired by Taylor Swift, who pulled a similar move in 2017, Paltrow skated around her connection to the pop sensation. "I wouldn't say we're good friends, we're friendly," she claimed. "I've taken my kids to one of her concerts before, but we don't talk very often." Looks like when it comes to courtroom tactics, imitation is the sincerest form of flattery. Hey, we're not here to judge. Maybe Paltrow is more of a Beyoncé fan. But it looks like she's not only winning in the courtroom, but also on social media. After her recent victory in the ski crash trial, the Goop founder took to Instagram to express her gratitude towards the jury for their thoughtfulness in handling the case. And can we just take a moment to appreciate the aesthetic of her all-white background? It's as if Paltrow's Instagram was specifically designed to match her designer courtroom ensembles. The 50-year-old actress wrote, "I felt that acquiescing to a false claim compromised my integrity." She went on to express her satisfaction with the outcome of the trial, saying, "I am pleased with the outcome, and I appreciate all the hard work of Judge Holmberg and the jury, and thank them for their thoughtfulness in handling this case." But back to the trial. After a verdict as exhilarating as the chairlift ride to the summit, the jury decided that retired doctor Terry Sanderson was 100% at fault for the 2016 ski crash. Despite his $300,000 lawsuit against the Iron Man actress, Paltrow emerged victorious with a subtle smile that would have melted the iciest of hearts. And as if this snow-dusted tale couldn't get any juicier, the actress reportedly whispered to Sanderson, "I wish you well," as she left the court. Sanderson, taking the high road, responded, "Thank you, dear." Looks like Paltrow is not only a fashion icon, but also a class act. It seems even the frostiest of legal battles can end on a warm note. While our Goop Queen celebrated her victory, Terry Sanderson was left feeling like he'd been caught downstream of disappointment. In an interview with Extra, Sanderson expressed his discontent with the outcome, suggesting that Paltrow's celebrity status might have given her an edge. "Who wants to take on a celebrity? No wonder I hesitated," he lamented. Sanderson didn't hold back, questioning the wisdom of challenging someone who's made a career out of learning lines and playing characters. Who wants to do that to someone who learns how to play someone else's part and be believable, credible, and win awards? Who wants to go on that path, he asked, clearly feeling as if he'd taken a wrong turn on a treacherous ski slope. We have to admit, we're a bit perplexed by Sanderson's logic here. If learning lines and playing a role were all it took to win a court case, then we'd all be hiring Hollywood's finest instead of lawyers. But alas, we suppose there's no substitute for actual evidence and testimony. Well, folks, we've reached the end of this thrilling, frosty adventure, but remember, the slopes of celebrity drama never run dry. Keep your eyes peeled for more juicy gossip, and be sure to stay with us here at Celebrity Pop for all the latest scandals and shocking stories. Until next time, stay fabulous, stay frosty, and we'll see you on the next wild ride through Tinseltown's most tantalizing tales.